Okay. So we cover DDL and DML, data definition language, by which table should be established. DML, data manipulation language. So we can insert data, we can update data, anything related to tables data. It's called DML. DML language. By DML language, you can do that. Today we'll be learning DQL. DQL is not a small thing, it's a huge thing. It will take 2 days to be completed, 2 to 3 days. Okay, DQL alone. So what is DQL? Okay, let me open my SQL as well. And this is the most important thing. DQL is the most important thing in SQL. Okay, so I just created a new table employee over here for the demonstration of DQL. So you can see what are the columns in employee. There are employee ID, integer, employee first name, employee last name. EXP means experience. It's integer data type. Salary integer data type. Department is varchar. Date of birth is date data type. Okay. So we have chosen this kind of combination. Going ahead with a bit tough way. We are increasing the column number, different number of columns. So this employee list is nothing but we just collected few of the employees information, maybe from a multinational company. Let's do a DQL. We already know the basic syntax of DQL. It's select. Select keyword should be there. Select star from. Select star from. Star means all the columns inside the table will be printed. If I put star from table name. Okay. So over here, all the columns and all the rows are printed. Just have a quick look on top of this database. The table. You can see there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 employees are their records have been recorded over here with their first name, last name, how much experience they are having, their present salary, which department they are belonging. Someone from IT, someone from BUIT, business IT, someone from BPO, business analysts are also there, BA, HR. Okay, so just we take these things and date of birth. The date of birth is this within date format. Some of them their date of birth is missing. They did not fill it up during the application form because this was not a mandatory field. So whoever has filled it, those have been captured over here. Okay. So on top of this database, we'll be working now. Sorry, on top of this table, we'll be working. Okay. So first of all, okay, let me go ahead with slicing. Filtering a data set. Okay. How we can do the filtering part? We learn the same thing during update or delete statement. We have put where. Okay, there should be two levels of filter. Filter means during this kind of display, if we just want to omit some rows or some columns, column level filtering is also there. So that is not called filter, that is called slice. So slicing of the table visualization, how that can be done? Slicing means the entire table is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 columns. But I don't want to display all the columns. Okay, then what I can do? Whatever column is required. Suppose I only required the experience and salary along with maybe employee ID. Employee first name, last name is not required and department is also required. So I required only these 4 columns. So I can just quickly choose these things, employee ID, comma, which column is required, just put the columns over here with a comma separator. experience, salary, and department. Okay, so employee ID, experience, salary, department from employee. The last column, after the last column, comma will not be there. Okay, now execute the command. Executed it, and you can see this is my output. So I'm slicing the data. I mean, slicing the table itself. Slicing means I'm filtering at column level. Which column I want to show in my output, I can do in this way. Just if I just put star instead of this, means I'll be printing all the things. Okay, one more important concept. I'm not updating when I'm running any DQL statement. When I'm running only a DQL statement, I'm not updating any records inside the table. Employee. The table's record is same what it was having during DML execution. So only DML can be able to insert record or update any record inside the table. This is data visualization. By select clause, by DQL, we just can change different visualization. We are not able to update any records in a table. To update it, I need to use any DML statement. Okay, this is not any updatation. This is just we are changing some visualization of the tables. Okay, I hope that is understandable. So this is how we can slice the database or slice the table, just putting number of columns. Let me just go back to the start again. Now I'll be doing some row level filtering. So which row I want to see, which row I do not want to see, I can filter it out. This can be done by putting a where clause. Okay, let me put where clause. Suppose I want to see, okay, let me just print the entire thing first. Okay, suppose I want to see the department. Okay, someone is telling anything. Yeah, someone has joined with the username my test. Uh, if you are telling anything, it's fine. Otherwise, you can please go on mute.
I have a question. Like, as you said,
Yeah,
you wanna filter the rows, right?
yeah.
So
I'll be just going to filter the
when we
rows.
work on an Excel sheet, we have a row numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So for in this whole particular table,
Mm-hmm.
how can we filter it?
Okay, so that is the thing. That is the thing we'll be learning. So where, so whatever you want to, based on this data set, there is no such row ID. When we'll be learning Python, Python pandas, there should be again row ID should be present that time. But in database, we should not be doing the row ID. Row ID roles can be played by the primary key, employee ID over here. Okay. So a primary key should be unique identifier, means that should be unique in nature, just like Excel row ID. So primary key can play this kind of roles. Okay. But in dataset, I can filter it out based on any column. Suppose I want to filter, I want to see the data set only for IT employees. So I can just put the column IT is present in department column. So where department equal IT. Okay. Where department equal IT. Let me run this. So I can only see IT related employees data. Okay. Or suppose you want to see, suppose particular employee ID. Suppose you remember what are the employee IDs. So just you want to see the employee IDs from starting from, okay, you just want to see 111, 111, on 112 and 113. These three records. So how to put it? When you are searching for multiple elements in where clause, you need to put, then equal will not work. When you are searching with more than one items, then you need to put in. The previous example we use equal to sign. Equal to sign When you are searching for only one items, then equal sign is fine. Otherwise, equal will not work. You need to put in within bracket. You can search for 111, comma 112, comma suppose 114. Okay. Now I'm executing it. Okay. So it's as per my wish. Whatever I put in filter, I can see the entire data set based on this identifier only. For department also, I can do this thing. I want to see IT and HR employee. Department in IT. Okay, employee ID is integer in nature. That is why when I'm filtering it out, I'm not putting any inverted comma. But as I think I mentioned this thing earlier. So when I'm putting any varchar or any string kind of data, I need to enclose it with quotation. So where department in IT, HR, I want to see IT and HR employees. Okay. So this is how it looks like. I can put any comparison as well. Let's do this way. I want to see whose salary is more than 80,000. The high paid jobs over here. So select start from employee where salary, monthly salary greater than 80,000. Okay. Or greater than equal to, let me put. I think, yeah, some of them has directly having 80,000. So this kind of comparison I can also do. You can see. Yeah, I'm just getting some background noise. Can you please be on mute? Nagarjuna, can you please be on mute? Yeah, thanks. So this is the result or this is the data output. If we just put this kind of filter over here and I'm just getting the output whose salary is greater than equal to 80,000. Okay. Similarly, I can do filter in anything. Now, if I want to filter in multiple things means multiple columns condition. Maybe I want to check the department whose department is IT as well as whose salary is greater than 80,000, greater than equal 80,000. Okay, so I can put both of the statements in a single line, department equal IT, and I need to put merge the both of the condition by a and. I can also put or. Or means, okay, let me show these things first. And means both of the things should be satisfied. It's just like set theory and. So both of the things should be satisfied. Department should be IT, department must be IT, and salary should be greater than 80,000. Let me execute it. Only one person is there. Sujit Kumar has experience 80,000 salary. So I just put both of the conditions. So I can put multiple conditions combining with and over here. If I put or instead of and, that means all the IT department should be available over here as well as all the 80,000, I mean more than or equal to 80,000 salaried people are also available over here. Okay. Hopefully this is understandable. We can do slicing over here. Slicing as well as filtering in the same statement. Slicing means I can just choose few of the column, employee, first name. Okay, this way. Department, let me put salary. Okay, this way I can print the table. You can do slicing as well as filtering in the same statement. Okay. What are the other things? I just show you comparison operator in. Keyword in is used when you are checking with multiple key elements that I mentioned. Otherwise, you can use equal sign. Okay, pattern matching I'll be showing you between and keyword null value. Okay, fine. Let me just have a quick hands-on. I'm going back to the original data set again. Start from employee. Okay. So what is pattern matching? So there is another way of searching the data. Suppose I just need to check the particular employee. I forgot a particular employee's name, but I want to see his total data. But I could remember that the employee's first name is starting with A only. Okay. I I I met him somewhere, but I could not recall his name and all. So how I can search with his name with only the keyword A. So we can search with this wild character pattern matching. How to search with? Where start, select start from employee, where employee first name. We can put like. Like is the operator over here with the pattern matching. With invert, double quotes, single quotes. A. I just recall A is the first alphabet of his name. A. Then I could not recall all the other alphabets. That is why I'm putting a percent sign. So percent sign is working as a wild character over here. It's not a single wild character. How many wild characters can we put? It can be replaced by a percent. Let me just search with it. Okay. We have a single resource starting with A. That is why it's easy. I just search with A and I got the particular person's data. So this is pattern matching like keyword and search with the wild character. Suppose you also recall the last name, you can just put T over here. Okay. The middle character should be represented by this percent sign. Okay. So this way we can find based on pattern matching. Okay. What are the other things? Between and keyword. Okay. This is another way of in the filter. Let me just show you. Suppose I want to see the salary in the middle range, maybe starting with 50,000 less than 1 lakhs. Okay. So the employee salary, I just need to check. The employee's details, I need to check whose salary is in between 50,000 to 1 lakhs. So we can search with it this way. Employee, select start from employee, where salary between 50,000 and 1 lakh. Okay. So this is the output. I can also do these things in this way. Salary greater than equal and salary less than equal. So this is the same way we can describe the same syntax again. Noise throwing issue. Okay, is a mistake. Salary. Okay, so this is the output. We can do both way, but this is another way I'm just showing you. Instead of doing two comparison, we can do a single comparison between and keyword should be required. Okay, between and when I'm putting, they are including the margin as well. 50,000 and 1 lakhs, they are also including these data points for the searching part. Okay. So this is another way of filtering operation. Okay, while searching for any null value, this is my last thing for filtering a data set. While searching for a null value, we should not have to put equal or in keyword. Let me print entire data set first. Okay, there are some null values in date of birth, DOB. I just want to see who did not put the DOB. Then I need to go to them for manually asking this. So first of all, I need to search whose date of birth is null. So I can put in this way. Select start from employee where DOB is keyword should be there. Is null. Okay. So we just filtered out the data set based on null value. Okay. So this way we can get information. The things are clear. I mean, those are all possible filtering part. How we can filter row level. Okay. Those are the possible scenarios. How to filter table based on, I mean, based on different conditions in records level. Okay, I hope that is understandable. Moving to the next topic. Okay, distinct keyword, using of distinct keyword. Okay, distinct keyword will be helping us to identify the distinct records. I mean, if we have duplication in a particular column, I want to check the distinct part of it. Okay, let me give an example. Let me print the entire record first. This is the printed output. Let me just only check what are the different departments available in the data set. Okay, there are IT, BU, BPO. So there are repetition. So the requirement is I want to check what are the distinct department. Means I do not want this kind of duplication in particular column. I want to check the distinct department name. By the way, in our dataset, there are only 10 records. But in our actual scenario, there should not be 10 records. When we are working in a project or particular live project, there should be thousand, millions of records in a particular table. So that time, this kind of filtering operation, whatever operation we are doing, so you can also see the same thing. I mean, why we are doing this thing? We can just check it. There are 10 rows, we can easily check it. But just this is just for demonstration purpose. We are having 10 rows over here. But in practical scenario, there should be lots of rows, lots of records. So that time, this kind of operation should be very helpful. Okay. And that is why those operations are there in SQL. Okay. So distinct, we can put a distinct in front of this kind of column whose distinct value we want to know. So select distinct department from employee. Then just have a re-execution and we can get the distinct values of. Okay. Okay. So over here we can also the distinct combination can also, I mean, employ on top of multiple columns as well. Just we have to put the comma separator. Okay. The next column you can also put it over here. But the combination of the other columns are not duplicated. So you cannot get any other things. So you can just put experience, department and experience. So there are no duplication with the combination of department and experience. That is why we are receiving all 10 records over here. So distinct will help. I mean, how many columns he will be giving you over here? It will help us to get a distinguish the distinct records of combination of those columns. Okay, there should be multiple scenarios. Maybe in a particular table, you need to just check the combination of those columns are duplicate in nature or not. Then you can find with distinct of those columns. Okay, so distinct just help us with the distinct columns or distinct values of a particular columns. Okay, things are understandable for everyone. I mean, especially who are quite new. I know that there are lots of experienced people over here. So who are quite new? Is it understandable? Any doubt? Anything? Anything so far? Irfan, it's clear for you? I mean, clear?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyone is having any doubt, please tell me now. Okay. As there is no response, I hope it's clear. Okay, fine. So this is how we can use distinct keyword. Moving to the next topic, column alias. Very, very important topic. So column alias means during this kind of display in select query, if we want to change our column name, this is called column label alias. So let me show you with an example. Select star from employee. Suppose I want to change this exp to experience. Okay. I want to change this thing as experience. So I can just put this thing employee ID. Let me put employee first name as well. So particular column name which you want to alias, just put it and put a as keyword and put the one that you want to see. Okay. Exp as experience. Okay. So the column name over here, then as keyword experience. Then you can put the rather, I mean, the other columns as well. Suppose department as department. Okay. Suppose DOB. Then let me put only DOB. I'm not aliasing it. So I'm just aliasing experience and department. Let me run the query. So you can see there is no exp department. Even I can just remove this as well. I can just simply put the column name, a space, the new column name, department, space, new department. This will also work during alias. Okay, you can see experience and department has been modified. But this is only for visualization purpose. This is very, very important. I'm not changing anything in the table. In the particular table, you can see the column name is same. Okay, we are just changing it during our visualization while running the DQL statement. Okay, so how to change a column? I mean, during DDL classes, we checked it. We used alter statement and there we rename a column. So we can change the column name directly. I mean, we cannot change a column from DQL execution. We can change column during DDL execution because this is a table level structuring thing. Okay. So this is how alias should work. Over here, we can also put this thing, employee first name. Okay. So we can also introduce spaces during alias. Okay. I'm just doing emp first name, but I need to put, I think, double quote. Let me just quickly try it. I have to put a double quote there. Yes. Okay, employee first name. Suppose we are the IT people. Suppose I need to display the result in front of business. If I'm putting this kind of underscore, that is maybe I mean make less sense. They will not be understanding why we are putting this kind of underscore and all. So before presenting the thing in front of them, we can do this kind of steps. You can alias it and extract the data. Then we do not have to modify anything. Okay. Okay. Concatenation operator. Now, before doing concatenation operator, it's a function actually. It's a function. We can use a function. It's an inbuilt function in MySQL. And this is present in all databases, concatenation operator. So we are going a bit high level now. We'll be using some functions. We will be using an extra columns over here. So over here, till now we are using the inbuilt columns available. Those are the inbuilt columns. Okay. Employee ID, employee first name, employee last name, experience, salary, department, date of birth. But we can additionally add extra columns during visualization. We are not adding inside the data, inside the table itself. Just for visualization purpose, we can add new columns. Even we can repeat any columns as well. Let me put employee ID again. Okay, I'm putting select star, then putting comma, then again putting employee ID. Okay, so the thing is same, and I'm just putting employee ID again. That is why employee ID is printed over here. Okay, I can put multiple columns over here. Suppose I'm trying to put some city. I'm hard coding the city as of now. Suppose XYZ as city. So I created a new column over here. Created in visualization, not in table. In table, it's fine. I cannot create. I'm repeating these things multiple time. I created city column in the visualization, but in the main table employee, no new column is created because column level, anything related to table level can be created during DDL execution, not in DQL. Okay, so I just created a new column over here. It's hard coded. There is only a hard coded value XYZ. So I just put the value over here. Before that, I'm putting comma. Okay. So this is a hard coded value as this is a column name city. Okay. We can put multiple conditional statement. Suppose based on that thing we'll be learning maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Based on conditional statement on maybe on salary, I'll be determining whether the salary is fine or not. You can get some calculation based on the experience and salary. We can check whether their salary and experience is proportionate or not. This kind of thing will be learning with some conditional statement. That should be day after tomorrow. But as of now, just I'm showing you, we can create this kind of calculative column during visualization. Okay. So one of the calculative column I'm going to use using a function called concat. So I'll be concatenating employee's first name and last name as employee's full name. Okay. How we'll be doing that? So I'm putting employee ID, employee first name, employee last name, and let me put their department only. So I'm just slicing it first. This is simple slicing. Now I'll be using concatenation operator to get employee's full name in a separate column. Okay, after doing that, I'll be removing this thing. Okay, how to do concatenation? So there is an inbuilt function called concatenate. I'm just inserting the concatenation column within this after this first name and last name over here. Okay, so you can use the concat function. Okay, concat function. Within the concat function, I can pass employee first name, then employee last name. Okay, so within concat actually it's the function should work on top of varchar data. So it generally works on top of string data. Okay, string they will concat. In Excel as well, you can see there is a concatenation operator. It will merge both of the string. So let me run this thing and how it looks like. Yes, you can see this is our new column, which is merging both of the data. This row has merged this row's data. The second row has merged this row's data. So this way they're merging it. Okay. Let me go ahead with some more. It's not clear actually. Sujit Kumar. There should be some spaces between first name and last name. So during concatenation, I can use another parameter. I can append a space in between them. So I'm passing a space, enclosing a quote, and in between I just pass a space. So there are three things: employee first name, then space, then last name. So I'm concatenating all of the three. Okay, now you can see it's quite understandable and it's a correct way of representation. Now you can see the column name is huge. It's printing the entire calculation. So I can alias it as employee full name. Okay, you can see it's clear. Now I can remove not printing this thing. So employee ID, concatenation of this as full name and department. Okay. So this way we can print it. This is how we have used a new function concat. So this is one of the important inbuilt function in MySQL, concat. Later session we will be learning much more functions. This is one of the important functions. Any doubt so far from anyone?
Sir, this use of this function is for adding first and last name. That's it.
Yeah, adding first name, last name, as well as a space. We can put multiple things as well. We can put some over here, some Mr. This is as per your use. As per your requirement. Concat is just merging strings. So how many strings you will be passing as parameter, they will be just going to merge it. I'm just putting a Mr. But it's not Mr. for everyone. Mr. and space, I'm putting in this way. If I run it. So, okay. So how many characters you will be putting it? This will be merging it. Just put the characters separated by comma. Okay. This is clear. Uh, I think Mustafa, you were asking.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay, okay. So you can put many number of things, many number of strings over here.
I have a
Just comma
question.
separator. Yeah, tell me.
So this
Yes,
concat
so
we
much.
can use only for string or for date also.
Date, I think it should not be working. Let me quickly try on top of any integer. I hope it will not work on top of integer. Yeah, it's working on top of integer value as well. So concat, we can operate on top of multiple data types, but especially its main usage is top of string. Yeah, it's not
Oh,
showing any error. It can concat. Okay, it can
okay.
concat all the data types, but mainly we are using in our project or in our business project, we should use in top of string, especially.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but there will be no error if there is any such use cases. We can work on top of integer as well as float. We can definitely do that using concat. Just like I just give an example, employee ID, date of birth, it's concatenating, but it's not. It's a meaningless thing over here. Okay. One more important thing. So concatenation. Few days earlier, I told you that concatenation. I mean, there are different syntax for each of the databases. Okay, just give me some second. Yeah, sorry for that. Okay, so a few days earlier, I was telling that the inbuilt functions are different for each of the databases. The syntax are different. Similarly, if we just go ahead with concatenation with other databases, I cannot just remember, especially for Oracle or MySQL Server, we need to concatenate in this manner. We do not have to use this kind of concat functions directly. We have to use concatenation. We just have to use pipeline, employee last name. Okay. So I think in MS SQL Server, I think so. Let me just quickly check it. Concat in MS SQL Server. No, they are also using concat function. Let me check in Oracle quickly. No, they're also using concat. But I checked in some databases, they are using pipelines instead of doing, yes, this kind of thing. Okay. So they're using pipeline operator. They are not using this kind of concat function. So the function name can be a bit different for each of the databases, but the main functionality is same. You just need to know the function. So there is this kind of function, and you need to check it from where what is the exact syntax. Sometimes it's required, but most of the cases it's almost same. 90% thing it's almost same. Even 95% I can say. But some of the syntax is different for different functions. Then that time please check it. If you are using a different database, suppose you are using a Snowflake database. So in Snowflake database, what should be the syntax for it? Just quickly check it if you are getting any error with the syntax. Okay. So this is how we use concatenation.
Sir, what is the use of pipeline?
Yeah, that I mentioned. In few of the databases I checked that they are not using concat function. Rather, they are doing concatenation in this manner.
Okay.
They are using concatenation in this manner. So that is why I
It's
just
just
mentioned.
similar as concat.
Correct, correct. So they're not putting comma, they're not putting concat functions, they're using this thing. Okay, so the strings and in between they're using double pipeline. So this is another concatenation function. It will throw error in MySQL, but some of the database that will work as concatenation. So that is the thing. We just need to be aware if we are using such kind of databases, then what should be the syntax of that databases concatenation. Okay. Next topic, aggregation. Very, very important. It's very, very important. Okay. In aggregation especially those functions we should work on top of numerics value, either in integer or in float. So with aggregation, what things we can check? Summation, maximum, minimum, count, average. And those are the keyword. Okay. Let's go ahead with some basics things. I'm just printing the value. Select star from employee. Okay. Suppose I want to check the total salary spent, total salary of the employee. If I just want to check, instead of star, we can put some salary. Okay, it's another new column, or you can say new calculative column on top of salary. We are doing summation of salary. If I just print the result, I can get the total summation of all the salaries. So we are using an aggregation functions of summation. You can use average. So this is the average. They're dividing it by 10 and getting the average salary. We can get the max mean. So maximum available salary, it's this. Minimum. Okay. Minimum salary is this. So this is aggregation function. Now we can use the aggregation function with a bit complex thing. Maybe my requirement is my boss tell to prepare a data set such a way we need to check the average salary based on each department. They do not want to see this average salary for entire data set. Rather, they want to see there are 5 departments available over here. For each department, they want to check the average. Okay. Even suppose you want to check, you want to join with a, suppose someone of you just completed graduation. So before joining, in IT field, they're checking in multinational company what are the average salaries for each of the department. Based on that, you will be joining which department. Okay. So how to do that? We'll be doing the same average salary. That is fine. But based on the department, I'll be doing that. So I'll be calling my department column over here as well. So department column and this calculative column should be there. But I need to group the entire data set based on department. So a new keyword I need to use over here. When I'm just putting from table name, after that, I need to use group by. I'm grouping the entire data set based on department. Then I'm doing the average. So grouping by department. Then I'm doing average salary. And while printing, I'll be printing the data set based on department versus salary. That is why I need to print both of them. Okay. Select department, comma, average salary from employee, group by department. Let me print it. Okay. So this is the average salary for each of the department. IT persons are getting this. BUIT is very high. Those are from business team. Business knowing IT. BPOs are getting this. BPOs are more than ITs. This is for experience, as I collected some experienced persons on top of BPO, but IT persons are very less experienced in my data set. That is why the salary is less. This is not the proper one actually. BA, business analyst, are getting this. HRs are getting this. So this is the average salary I can get it. So instead of average, I can check the max as well. Okay, maximum available salary, minimum available salary. Okay, anything. But this is how we can check it. Grouping it based on by which you want to group it. Just put it over here at the end. We can put multiple columns as well. Okay. So based on department, based on experience as well, you are putting it. Then you need to group by not only your department, based on experience as well. But it's not properly grouped. Those are distinct in nature, department and experience. That is why we are getting the main data set itself. Okay. The things are clear to you, how it's working, especially the group by syntax. Okay. Now on top of this aggregation, if you want to filter, let me put only department as of now. It's a meaningful data. Each department's average salary. Okay. Now, if we want to filter on top of aggregated column, those are aggregated column, average salary. If you want to filter on top of aggregated columns, we cannot use where clause over here. Okay, we have to use the similar kind of the functionality is same as where clause, but if we do filtering operation on top of aggregated columns, where will not useful over here. We need to use having. So during aggregating functions, if we want to do filtering operation on top of aggregated columns, we need to use having keyword. Average salary. Again, spelling mistake, salary. This is my calculative column. Just copy and paste it. Having average salary, suppose less greater than 80,000 or greater than equal 80,000. So I want to see whose average salary is greater than equal 80,000. This thing will work. Okay. So aggregated columns filter operation will not work by where clause. If I put where over here, it will throw error. Okay. So aggregation columns can be filtered based on having keyword. This is also very, very important thing. Okay. So lots of information I just delivered it over here. Any other thing? Okay. The last part of today's section is sorting. Any doubt so far from aggregation? Anyone having any issue with aggregation? It's fine for everyone. Okay. So the last part of today's topic is sorting the data. How we can sort the data. I can sort the entire data based on particular column. Just like in Excel, we can sort based on particular column. So let's sort it based on experience. I'll be going to sort the entire data set based on experience. For sort, how do we can sort it? So we can use order by. It's a keyword order by experience. You can see the entire things has been sorted properly. Okay. So by default, it should be sorting in ascending manner, ascending nature of experience. We can make it a descending one, just put DESC. DESC for descending. By default, it's ascending in nature. Yeah, you can see it's descending now. entire data set is descending based on the experience value. Okay, what I was saying, if you can put ASC, ASC means ascending. By default, it's ascending. That is why there is no such use of ASC. Okay, if we do not put ASC, it will be having the same output. But if you want to put descending in nature, just put DESC keyword. If you want to sort it based on multiple rows, I mean multiple columns. Okay, let me show you an example. So over here you can see 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 this way. So which two will be coming first? These two or these two or these two? So for that I'm just taking department self. So I'm sorting now based on department. First of all it will be alphabetically sorted. So I'm just putting comma department. First it will be sorted on experience. If we have same value in experience, then it will be checking for department. Okay, let me sort it now. Yes, so 2, 2, 2 is there, but there are 3 2s for BPO, HR, IT. Now alphabetically they are sorting on top of department. BPO should be coming first. B is there, then H, then I. Okay, now my question is how I can sort first on top of department, then experience. So after order by, how I am printing the thing over here, it will be sorting. I mean, this precedence. I mean, if we just mention department earlier than experience, then first it will sort on top of department. If we have same name, same department, then it will be checking based on experience, whose experience is list, then it will coming first. Let me just print the result. Yes. So BAR is coming first, BA, BPO, BUIT, HR, IT. Okay. So in order by clause, based on the precedence, how I'm printing the column names over here, based on that, it will be sorting it. The first one should be based on the first column, it will be sorting it first, then second column, then third column in this way. Okay. Hope that is understandable. If no, please tell me. Okay. So I'll be giving some work or some assignment type of thing. Some questions I'll be providing. Maybe today I'll be checking these things. So you can practice the things based on this aggregation and send me the output or send me the query. What query you have performed. Maybe today or tomorrow. Tomorrow, I mean, it's Saturday, Sunday. I'm not sure whether 1st of January there should be classes or not. If the class is not there, then we'll be connecting again on 2nd Jan. So before that, just practice those things, whatever we have learned over here. And I'll be giving some questions. Please try to solve it and share me the codes by mail. Okay.
I have a question. Like before you
Yeah.
started the classes, you already write a code to create the tables and all the database, right? Can you show me the code which you have written?
No, the code I have written it over here. This, code means
This
just
entire
starting of the
table you
class.
create. Yeah. No.
I
I
just create
think
this
you.
employee table. That was the code, I believe.
So can you show that?
Yeah, that
Or you
is
have to
not there
write that
as of
again?
now. The things I'll be also completing. Maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. How I can copy one table and create a new table. This is the thing. How to create a new table. I'll be coming to this topic maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow means the next classes. How to create a new table from an existing table. This is
No,
the
sir.
topic.
The Pan's question is that you have done some operations with that table, right? So if you share the code, we can practice that operations.
Okay, whatever code we have done over here, the aggregation functions, the
Yes.
filtering. Okay, I have omitted it. Is it possible to, I mean, I'll be providing the recordings. So you can check from the recordings and grab it from there. Is it possible? Because the codes are not there. I removed it. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me re-establish this thing quickly.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, filtering the data set, DQL. Okay, let me stop the recording as of now.